Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to AMD Radeon 9070 XT and 9070 review video. So the long awaited review is here and we will see how RDNA 4 GPU performs in rasterization and raytracing, as the news reported that RDNA 4 is bringing value back to 4K and 1440p segment. I've shared the GPU specs with the prices in my previous video, which I will link down below in the description. You can check the specs and expected prices of the GPU. The performance you are looking here were tested on AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, and the comparison is done between RX 9070 XT, Radeon RX 7900 GRE, RTX 4070 Ti Super, and RTX 4070. Starting with the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT 4K native rasterization only, these cards were tested in almost 30 big titles, as you can see here. But if we talk about the average, on average the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT achieves a 36% uplift over the Radeon RX 7900 GRE and a 12% improvement over the RX 4070 Ti Super. Now if we talk about the AMD Radeon RX 9070 native 4K also rasterization only, these were also tested in the same 30 titles, as you can see here. And if you talk about the average, the non-XT Radeon RX 9070 achieves a 15% uplift over the 7900 GRE and a 17% uplift over the RTX 4070 Super. Moving over to the 1440p gaming performance number, the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT is 31% faster than the Radeon RX 7900 GRE and 10% faster than the RX 4070 Ti on average, and the non-XT Radeon RX 9070 is 15% faster than the 7900 GRE and 13% faster than the RX 4070 Super on an average basis. Ray tracing performance has seen a substantial improvement with the 3rd gen RT cores, and here the Radeon RX 9070 XT achieves a 49% improvement over the 7900 GRE and 6% improvement versus the 4070 Ti Super. On the other hand, the RX 9070 is average 24% faster than the 7900 GRE and 10% faster versus the RTX 4070 Super. AMD also shares the FSR4 performance and figures. Here you are getting anywhere from 2 times up to 2.8 times improvement using the quality settings, while the performance preset boosts FPS by as much as 3.7 times as the news suggests, but in here I don't see one. Now if we talk about the synthetic benchmarks, which shows the ray tracing performance in 3D Mark Portrayal and Speedway test, in the 3D Mark Speedway graphics, RTX 4070 Ti Super scores 6402, RX 9070 XT scores 6271, whereas RX 9070 scores 5560 and RTX 4070 Super scores 5413. But in 3D Mark Portrayal, RTX 4070 Ti Super scores 15525, RX 9070 XT scores 18055, whereas RX 9070 scores 14998 and RTX 4070 Super scores 13981. Based on these performance numbers, we can expect the Radeon RX 9070 series to be highly competitive against the RTX 5070 series cards. The RX 9070 XT will cost just $50 US more than the supposed $549 US MSRP of the RTX 5070, while offering better performance in rasterization and also in many cases ray traced games. The same card would also be on par or slightly ahead of the 5070 Ti, which has an MSRP of $749 US, but currently retails for over $800 to $900 US. The non-XT model also has higher VRAM than the 5070, but it looks like it would be better to opt for the XT variant. If AMD will have a better supply situation than its rival, which is facing a lot of backlash due to limited supply and hiked up prices. So we better wait till tomorrow to figure out if the team red is in a better position than the team green. The AMD Radeon RX 9070 GPU features a cut-down Navi 48XL SKU with a total of 56 compute units, 56 ray accelerators with 112 AI accelerator, game clock of 2070 and boost up to 2540. But we expect more in third-party AIB with 16GB GDDR6 memory opting at 20GB across a 256-bit wide bus interface. This provides the card with 640GB per second of total bandwidth, but there is also 64 MB of 3rd gen Infinity cache, which would also deliver high available bandwidth to the GPU. It also features PCIe 5.2x16 functionality with the TDP of 220 watt and priced at $549. Now if you talk about the price and availability, and in the terms of the pricing, the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT will retail for $599 US, which puts it in between the RTX 5070 and 5070 Ti at MSRP. This is $100 US higher than the $499 US store price of the RX 7900 GRE at the moment, and the RX 9070 will retail for $549 US, which is the same price as the RTX 5070, but the RDNA 4 offering comes with more VRAM, 16GB versus 12GB, and should be a great competition. Now these are some of the reviews we found through the news, but there are a lot more reviews that are coming with different setup and different workload. Let's see how these GPUs will perform in the consumer's hands at least. That's it for today guys, and I will see you in the next video.